pets litter, and toys and treats for everyone. Plus, Chewy delivered right to my door for free. With low prices just a click away.
Oh, hello. Hello. The remote. You got the remote? Sorry. We're just watching some this new TV. What's it called again? No, not Closer. That's the channel. The channel is called. I can figure this out. They're called Wolo Street. But the program's The Closer. And the woman always looks like she has no teeth. I mean, I know she has teeth, but she always looks like she's missing teeth. Right? I don't know how that works. It's like that her teeth are like inches from her lips, like maybe her gums. Or I don't know how that works. Who's the woman on The Closer? You don't know? I gotta get off this thing. I just disagreed with DNC. What is her name? Is it Kira? No, it's Kira Sedgwick. You were right. I was wrong. So we've done nothing all day. We've been bums. What did we do? We didn't sleep. I fell asleep around 8 and woke up at 8:30 from this weird dream. The ending was just like, I knew it was a dream, but like people were like coming at me and they're like, you have to do this. You have to do this. You have to. And I'm like, I don't go here anymore. I don't have to do this. I don't have to help you. I don't go here anymore. I'm like, this is a dream. I know it's a dream. And I grabbed someone because I was just going to throw him. And he just lunges at me and I woke up. How can you be in a dream, know you're in a dream, and you still can't control the dream? How? No. Oh, sorry. How? How's that possible? I leave my shirts around so because he likes to he likes to lay on them. He'll like kick them up like he'll do it with a blanket, but I don't like him doing it to the blankets. If he doesn't do it to his shirt, I can just throw out the shirt if he rips it. But if he does it to a blanket, then I have to throw out a blanket. And it does get cold here sometimes. Or no, actually, it doesn't really get cold here, but for us, it gets cold here. This morning, it was freezing. Let me see. I'll just tell you what the weather is going to be today. All right. This is my pro tip of the day. I never search for anything in a search bar. I search for everything in the address bar except for weather. Google has the best weather. The Weather Channel sucks. The Weather Channel comes up and you have to wait because it takes forever to load. So you're just waiting, and then they don't give you what they want. You don't want the 3-day forecast. You usually want something more detailed. But Google gives some good stuff. Okay, not right now. I guess I gotta go to .com because I want to know the highs and lows. But Google.com will tell you what it is now and what it's going to be in, like, I don't know, 8 hours or something. You know, and the whole span between them. All right, let's see. I'm going to weather.com. Weather.com. Look like this. My cat back there is old and he's very furry, and he had some poo. I don't want you on that because it's gonna hurt. And then you're gonna yell. So he had some poo in his fur, and he was just bothering me. He was like going on and back and forth. And I'm like, I think he wants me to help him out or something. So I get the brush and I start cleaning him. He seems okay, but then it would like hurt him, and then it would seem okay. It hurt him. I finally got him cleaned up, and then he had to tell me, how much he thanks me by biting the hell out of me, just attacking me. All right, he didn't bite and attack. Yeah, see. Okay, now they did give me the right place. Normally, they give me my hometown, which is 800 miles from here, because once I looked up my hometown weather and it remembered it. So it would always default to that hometown where I looked at once. But I think since I reset my system, it forgot. So be careful, because if you search for places in weather.com, it'll think that you moved or something. It's like, no, I just wanted to. I was going on a trip. Why would you listen to me? So let's go. Let's look for. They usually do 5-day, right? Right now, so it loads up. It loads up my town, and it loads up Storm Kirk and news and Explorer area. It's like, no. I want to see the weather. I don't want to see all this crap. All right, give me the 5-day. Ah, how does weather look like for normal people? Isn't it like, what's today? Sunday? Sunday. What's after Sunday? Saturday. No. Why are you doing that to me? Now you're making me look stupid in front of everyone. But Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Why does everyone go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down? And weather.com, who's supposed to be the pros, do it, what's this, horizontally? And this is vertically? Everyone does it vertically like a calendar, and they do it horizontally like, I don't know, rows on the Earth's crust. I don't know how to explain this. This is bothering me. And by the way, I only had a half-hour sleep today. I'm not going to finish the story because I'm just going on tangent. So I go in to feed the pets. So I go and grab all their bowls, gather them up, put them on the counter. I come in here and I start looking at, I call him Uncle Ethan. Everyone calls him Uncle Ethan. It's EVS. Because I have this idea. I want to try to get his songs that he plays. They're nowhere. Well, there are places, but I have this idea. So you can find them, but I want to do something else with them. And so I'm here and I'm watching videos, trying to find the song, because he doesn't play them all the time. He plays them once a week now. He used to play them like all the time, but now he just plays them once a week, if you're lucky. So I get done. I don't get done. I just take a break. I'm like, listen, I've been going through video after video after video, and I look, and everyone is on top of me. I'm like, what is going on? Why are they on top of me? And so I get up and I look, I go, I forgot to feed them. I grabbed all their bowls and they're all staring at me. They're all waiting. So I fed them. They're happy. I had the rest of the sushi rice. We still have a sandwich in there, but I'm going to say that until I'm really hungry. And so that was that. So we were talking about weather. I know because I was looking at the horizontal weather. I did not understand. And please don't say calendars also go horizontally. No, it goes no, because it goes vertically. Okay. Today, the low is going to be 67, 68 tomorrow, 70, 72, 71. So I'm thinking this morning it was around 70 degrees and I was freezing. I'm like, oh, I should have brought a jacket. It's so cold. Oh, yip, you be okay? Maybe I should get a jacket for you. But we soldiered on. We walked. I'm not sure where I left off. So, weird dream. I did go shopping. I went shopping, not we, because I'm always afraid to leave him in the car. And if I bring him into Walmart, they'll make him like work or something. They're very mean. I haven't heard anything from Walmart. I haven't heard anything. I don't think I'll hear anything from Francis Marion until they don't go back to school until Wednesday. So I won't hear anything back from them. We're still okay. I checked with my lawyer. He said that I should be able to get my license back at the end of the month because I'm still enrolled, even though I'm not. I have a year to complete the courses, but I have a year to complete everything. And I'm thinking it's a year from when I signed up was in I think August, but when I lost was in April. So as long as I get a job and then go back, if it's not before April's 4, if it's not before February, we're in big trouble. If it's not before the end of the year, I'm in really big trouble. I'm in really big trouble. Someone please call 911. Tell them I just been shot down. Sorry. Cold, cold, cold. Anything else? I only had 1 cup of coffee. See if you can see anything intimidating that I need to defend against. So I do have a pill bottle here, but this is Midnight's pill bottle, and I use it because I live on this chair, and I always find either like stray hairs, clumps of hair that I have to put in here, and then I empty it when it gets full. It's my tiny garbage can. We did throw out some things. We're going to throw out more things. We need to throw out a whole bunch of things. We need to throw out a whole bunch of things. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Twitter is so addicting because it's like all instant. When people don't like you. So what I did, let's see. Man. Sorry. Dang. So what I did was Diversity in Comics said, let me just quote him directly. That's not going to work, is it? No. Oh, I don't want to do that. I thought you. Oh, is that? I don't know Twitter. Okay. Oh, Diversity in Comics has he doesn't have a dog. He adopted / stole his friend's dog that he's living with because he bounces around the U.S. taking odd jobs. When I say odd jobs, I'm talking about he contracts network computers and stuff. Well, he said the money that Comicsgate makes, which I believe is now approaching $2 million, is money that would have gone to Marvel, DC, Image, or other indie companies. I don't know about that because I'm pretty sure a lot of customers got out and they weren't going to come back. You know, I had I was out for 20 years and I just didn't like comics anymore and I didn't think about it. I always thought maybe I'll go in, but it'd be weird. So I never went. And but then Comicsgate starts, and it's like these people. It's like the difference between watching a wrestling match. When I say wrestling match, I mean the fake ones. The the people climbing up the ropes and jumping on each other. So it's like watching one of those, but you have no clue who is anyone, who's good, who's bad. So you're like, I don't know who to root for. I don't know who should win. I don't know anything. Or to watch one where you know every single player and you're like really into it. And you're like, listen, I know this isn't real. I know that this is fake. I know that when EVS and DNC are fighting, they're not meaning it. It's like watching family fight. You know that at the end they're gonna hug, or they're arguing because they're having heated debates on how people should have conversations. It's crazy. Like, no. You got to make your conversations not so angry. Otherwise, you're going to kill the audience experience. It's like, who argues about this? Who argues about this stuff? But they're doing it, and they mean it. They mean what they're saying. But at the end of the day, but everyone's going to grow from it. Everyone's going to become better. All right. So he said, here's a very easy formula to destroy Comicsgate. Make better comics and rein in unprofessional behavior from creators. That's it. It's a service industry. Establish minimum standards on behavior. I can get better customer service from the McDonald's in Times Square. I don't know about I don't know anything about comics in Times Square. Now I misspelled something. I put at and I meant act. And I said, I have to politely disagree. To destroy Comicsgate, they can still act like douches, which they can. I mean, they can be total snobs. I've seen it at workplaces. To destroy Comicsgate, they only have to stop kicking people out. Because you don't understand, when someone has a job, they can have the suckiest job in the world. They can be beaten every day. As long as they have that measly little paycheck, they don't want to leave. But as soon as they leave and they're told you are not allowed back in here, and they go out and they see, oh my God, I was making like pennies on the dollar, and now I'm making dollars on the dollar. What was I thinking? Why was I so afraid? Because in our mind, for some reason, we are terrified to go off on our own. Now, I'm not saying everyone is. There are the 3% outliers that push the world forward. But so that's why I had to disagree and say what I had to say. Again, I'm so tired. It's 7:35. I don't think I'll make it till 10. We'll make it till 10 because I have to walk him. We did go out back and he peed. So we went out this morning, then he peed. He ate, they ate. You can only see the back of him. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. You know what this week is? I don't know if it's tonight. And I don't know if anyone watched it. Fox had a preview show. One, if they don't have it on their website, they're idiots. They don't have it on their YouTube channel, they're idiots. But they showed it, I think it was like 10:30 in the morning or something on a Friday. It was odd. And it might have been a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When you don't have anything to do, everything bleeds together. Oh, and I found the power supply to my synthesizer. So you've all been warned. Oh yeah, that's what I was looking up. Zap2it. I use Zap2it because they're the only places that will customize the channels for me. I have. How do I explain what I have? Well, how would you explain what we have? See, I would say we have camping TV. It's antenna TV, digital, and because it's antenna TV that's digital, you get channels that you don't normally get. You get we get like 15.1, 15.2, 15.3, 15.4. That is ABC. That's Weather Channel. When I first started, I had 3 weather channels. I was so crazy. I would just turn on, because Fox had 2 weather channels. One where they had the weather guy explaining everything. One they had, I want to say Doppler radar, but it's the green map that just goes around and around. And I would turn that on and just watch it for hours. And I had to snap out. I was like, holy crap, did an hour just go by? What's going on? Things get weird when you're alone. Reality shifts a little. I'm just saying, don't spend too much time alone. Reality starts to shift on you. Oh yeah, and then there's Comet TV and TBD. That's the new one. That's kind of like YouTube on TV. But we're looking for if anything new is going to be on today. I don't know. It might not start today, but it's starting this week. Football's on. Ugh. I think football only exists so men can sit in a chair in front of the TV, fall asleep, and yell if anyone is too loud and say, "I'm trying to watch TV." He's like, "No, you ain't. You're trying to take a nap." But this is my theory. Oh God. Okay, so it's saying finales are on tonight, which is good. I hate game shows. I hate game shows. The only way I would watch a game show is if it was guaranteed that everyone won. I can't watch them. Can't do it. Just making sure it's all channels. And the Green Gables premieres on Fire and Dew. The miniaturist on Masterpiece is new. Anything good? So, great performances. Nova, which I don't know. Oh, okay. Secrets of the Forbidden City. Sorry, I just zoned it. I'm tired. I don't want to sleep on the. What channel is this? 40.1. We don't get 40.1. Magnum PI. It looks like a marathon of Magnum PI. Why? Why? And finally, oh, 911. The premiere's on, but we don't watch 911. Columbo's on. That's not new, but we'll probably watch Columbo. All right, so that's it for. Oh no, wait, we wrote something, didn't we? No. Okay. I wanted to tell everyone, if you're like wondering how I'm like when the camera's off, I'm not like this, but I'm like this, just talking and talking to no one. I will argue with people who don't exist. I will argue with people who I've talked on the phone with. I will argue with people who were family or friends. Chances are, if I had any interaction with you, as soon as we're done, and you'll be like, "Oh, he was a pleasant person," I'm arguing with you, or arguing with myself by saying, "Oh, you explained that terribly. You should have explained it this way. You should have went da 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 da. You went which made no sense at all. Why can't you talk normal?" So normally, when I'm alone, and they have to deal with it. So normally, cats and dogs, they hear you talking and they think they're like being talked to. They are immune to me talking. They're like, oh, it's just talking again, talking to no one. Yes, so I am the modern day Rupert Pumpkin. I'm just here to entertain myself, I guess. I did want to point out that when I'm in my bed, look up something. I always mix those up. I was right. I don't know why I was doubting myself. When I'm in bed, I think of the wittiest things, the wittiest arguments. The arguments that we cannot lose, but I'm just too damn lazy to get up. That's kind of a Mitch Hedberg joke, because he says that when he goes to sleep, or when he was alive, when he went to sleep, he would be thinking of really, really funny jokes, and then he has to convince himself that the joke isn't funny, so he doesn't have to get up because he wants to go to sleep. He died 2005. Do I have how much money I got? What was that? Oh, only one thing. All right. Now I pronounce things weird. Raspberry, it's raspberry. 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 Because the P you don't say. Raspberry. But whenever I hear someone say Constantine, I want to punch him in the face. Oh, I want to punch him in the face. I don't even think that the great Constantine, he was like what? Was he Turkish or something? I know that Constantinople was named after him, but it's Constantine. Even the DC hero, Constantine, the man is English. Why would he pronounce it like a Russian? He's not Russian. The audience isn't Russian. But we're Americans and we're stupid. And I'm especially looking at DC. DC has this commercial, and they're going to have Constantine on it, and they're going to say his name wrong constantly. I also know that the guy who created the original graphic pictures, what we say the GIF, when he invented it, let me see if I can, the graphics interlace format. Am I close? Graphics interchange format. Graphics interchange format, because I have notes over here. He wanted it pronounced GIF, like the peanut butter. But everyone said, no, we like GIF better. And so that's why it was JPEG and GIFs. I'm saying it right? I'm not mixing them up. You tell me. Why are you chuckling over there? I did look up 2 things about dogs today. They say dogs do not cry. The crying is a human thing. Well, I don't know. Do monkeys cry? But dogs do not cry. They can feel sorrow. They can feel sad and alone, but they do not represent those emotions through tears. And I looked up, my dog hiccups when he sleeps sometimes. Now, a lot of people say that is most likely he's having nightmares and he's okay. But it's not because then I watched a video where a dog's like, he's not like that. Sorry. Oh, the mess isn't attached. It's like, this is you when you sleep. I can't do it. But it's at an interval. It's like spaced. I sped it up at the site lax, but it's at an interval so that I know if I don't hear it, because it's like there's a quarter second between them. Doop, 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 doop. I'm like, it's done. It's gone. So I don't know what that is. I asked the doctor. I looked online on WebMD, and they said, of course, it's cancer, because they say everything is cancer. But they said it could be his diaphragm, but what could be wrong with the dog's diaphragm? So I'm going to bring it up again and say, I know it's probably nothing. It's just odd. And whenever he does it for like 10 seconds. It's really that short that if I got my phone put on. Oh, I went the wrong way. You do that, and then you do options, and then camcorder, and then there, and then it'd be, and then he's done. Ugh! So maybe I'll try to do it. He never does it in bed. Do you? When I'm not there, he might do it, but when I'm there, he doesn't do it. But when we're in bed together, he has to touch me. But then again, if if we're in bed together and he's not touching me, I kind of freak out, and I'm like, I have to turn the light and look for him. And he's sometimes, very very rarely, maybe once a month, he'll be on the floor alone, and he'll just look up at me. He'll be, I just want to make sure I just want to make sure that you knew that you weren't kicked out of bed or anything. You're always invited. Maybe he gets hot sometimes. I don't know. All right, is that it? I think that's it. We only had 3 things. We did not write today. We wrote more yesterday. Sorry. We actually thought of a lot of things, but I'm like, I don't want to write that down. And a lot of it's about Comicsgate, which to me, it seems a little cultish. It seems a little cultish because I've only bought 3 comic books. They're really expensive comic books, but you're not buying a comic book. You're buying an idea or a movement. You're buying, like, these people, comic writers, artists. Okay, if you don't know about comic books, there are, and I learned it just over the weekend. There's the writer, the penciler, who outlines everything, the inker. He, what's it again? Let me see if I can find it real quick. Was it? No, okay. I know it. I know it. I'll tell you where it's from after I find it. And sorry, I got this song in my head. I'll have to find that song online so I can get rid of it. What is that? Life Itself. I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I don't like this movie because it's so full of emotion. It's like hard for me to watch. I can watch what? I can't find it. How can it not be here? Holy crap! All right, sorry. I was going to try to quote it, but I have to quote it from memory, which means it's going to be totally wrong. But it's from Jason Amy, and I think it was Jason Lee. They're signing the comic books, Blunt Man and Fat Boy, and some guy says, "So what do you do?" He goes, "Well, I am the inker." He's like, "What does that mean?" "Well, I go over what the pencil does, and I add depth and shading." He goes, "So the artist over here makes the picture, and you trace over it?" He's like, "No, no, no. I go over everything, and I add depth and meaning to the picture. So you're a tracer. You're tracing everything." And they get into this huge fight. And finally, Jason Lee's like, "Listen, just give me your comic book so I can sign it. He goes, I don't want you to sign it. You're a tracer. Hey, everyone, he's a tracer. He's a tracer. He's like so out of it. But yeah, there's the inker who adds depth and shading. Then, that's only 3. Then I say, which one do I say is next? The colorist. So, in a black and white comic book, there's no colorist. But in normal ones, there are. And the one I know most of is Adrienne Roy. She did a lot. I think she did a lot of the coloring back in the 90s. Really good stuff. And then there's the letterer, and I don't know if they do them with computers now or not. It's a huge argument. But yeah, there'd be one guy, and I'm going over these comic books and learning all about it, and I'm thinking they're just sitting there in a room together, just stuck in there, just pushing out these comics. They don't know who superhero it is. They're just pumping it out, pumping it out, pumping it out. They don't care about the plot. They don't care about anything. Only thing they care about is getting it done. I mean, because they were just pushing out so much. They had to just do it. After that, you can sometimes have so you have the main 5. Now, sometimes the writer. Okay, sometimes the inker and the artist can be the same person. The colorist could be different. So if the inker and the penciler, if the inker and the penciler is the same person, he becomes an artist. Or if they take the colorist, they're still an artist. The letterer is still the letterer, and the writer is still the writer. But sometimes the writer could jump to being an artist. And I've seen comic books where they're one person. Well, okay, I've seen stories, not whole comic books, but they're probably out there somewhere. And then you have 2 other people who are very, very important. They are the assistant editor, who I always think is like the person who has to read everything and tell it if it's good or bad. And then you have the editor, and sometimes he's the editor-in-chief. Sometimes they call him names. I'm like, dude, don't call him names. He's like the big boss. But he's the top guy. I think, if I was him, I would just cherry pick, just random, not cherry pick, because that means you're picking the best. Cherry picking means that you pick the cherries that are done. And when it's done, everyone goes, hey, all the cherries are good. And you go, no, I only picked the good ones. Why? Well, because I was, I only picked the good ones because I was cherry picking. They weren't all good. I left I left the bad ones, not the bad ones, but I left the ones that aren't done on the bushes. Sorry, I only had a half hour's sleep. So I think the editor would just randomly pick one up and say, editor-in-chief so and so, you screw up. This is all wrong. Or this is good. Just because the editor can't take them all. There's many, not many, but there's more editor-in-chiefs. No, sorry, not as editors-in-chief. There's an editor or an editor-in-chief. There's assistant editors that are more of. And then there's, again, below that, there's the tier of writers, pencilers, inkers, letterers, colorists. I know that I can't be anything in that. Ooh. All right. Someone just sent me an email. I don't know who it was. So it's Sunday. Tomorrow's Monday. Maybe some of the instructors will go back early. But I still don't think, because I had this huge argument. I didn't say goodbye yet, did I? Because I have this bad habit of saying goodbye and then keeping on going. And you're like, holy crap, we just go? My parents would be the same way. They would be at my grandmother's house because they would go like once a week because they live like right down the block. So once a week we would go, and I think it would be after dinner because we never ate at her place. It'd be after dinner, and it wasn't on a Sunday. I know the email. I saw the email come in here. You don't got to tell me. there's a microphone on there. He could hear me. So, but it was on. It might have been, I don't know, a Friday night or something. And they would play cards with pennies, and they'd be there. And then my parents would be like, "Okay, it's time to go." And I never would get up to go because I knew it was going to take them an hour to say goodbye. I would just be in front of the TV, watching TV, and because I couldn't watch TV like that at my house, I'd be watching Johnny Carson, David Letterman. That's why I'm like, it wasn't on a Sunday. I don't know what day it was on, but whatever. I definitely remember. I definitely remember David Letterman. I remember watching him because, reasons. So what do we got? Is that it? That's it for us. See you later, Space Cowboy. Peace and love. We are out of here. Do the face. Hopefully you have a good week. Not a good day, not a good evening. A whole week. I'm saying with peace and love. That's it. Peace. Bye-bye. Bloop. Bloop. Ooh.